Good morning, everyone. Welcome back to Sid's Blue Sky Farm. It's Saturday, December 27th, and I want to show you a little bit of an update on the pecan harvest. We've got 18 of these bags out of the first batch that we picked. It was really a lot more successful than I thought it was going to be. I put up a short on the channel earlier just showing how those cracked pecans at 67 pounds turned out to be 18 bags. So I'll show you a picture of all those in just a little bit. This morning I'm going to walk around and show you a couple things we've already done. We've been having this trouble with a very big butterfly bush blowing over. It's so big, and I staked it in the ground. I put posts against it. I did all sorts of stuff that I thought would fix it. So I found out it was 3 plants in one. That's why it was really coming apart. So I'll show you where I put the 2 pieces that I pulled out of that plant and then the larger one back in the ground in just a couple minutes. We've got a sidewalk project over in the courtyard, and then we've got the sail deal that we want to put up. I'll walk you through that when we go over and show you where it's exactly going to be. Other than that, I think we're just going to be a little bit low-key today. I am very proud of the way the old truck looks. You see that? This thing is just slick now. We put a coat of, let's see, what is it called? New Finish. It's my favorite car wax. It goes on easy. You just let it dry. It turns into a white powdery sheen, and you just wipe it off. And it does work, and I'm really tickled to death with that. Now, let's do this. Let's get the camera, move around, and show you some of these things I've been talking about. Then I'm going to get out and start Pecan Harvest 2. Try to see if I can't get up enough to go and have one more cracking. Another neighbor. How you doing, neighbor? So with that laid out, let's get this thing started and go look at some stuff. I want to give you a quick look at the results of the pecan harvest. There's the final pack out. That's 16 there. We've given away 2 so far. Really turned out better than expected. I mentioned in a short that I posted this week, I took over 67 pounds of uncracked pecans. Came out with about 20 pounds. These are just over a pound each. And I didn't weigh anything. I just put them in the bag. So a good start to the pecan harvest, 25 and 26. So we'll see what we get in the next batch. There's still pecans on the ground, and we'll be picking them up soon. I wanted to show you all one other change we've made. This is the flower bed that's just outside my mother-in-law's front door. And it's a nice shaped bed. We finally got mulch in it to clean it up a little bit. That brown plant in the back is the beautiful Rulia. If you remember from earlier videos, it has a bright purple flower. They come out and they fall off at the end of every day. We've got some lights that you can see in there. I'm going to replace those shortly. And we took a butterfly bush that has been kind of problematic. It just falls over because it got so large. And I found out why. The butterfly bush that was in the ground was actually 3 individual bushes, and they were just, coming apart. They were just not one core trunk. So when I dug it up to replant it, I just took these 2 other pieces and moved them over to this bed. And now I'll show you where the main bush is and how we got it relocated, or replanted, I guess is a better word. It is very big, as the others are. Those more green bushes. This one dried out as it came out of the ground and lay there for a couple days before I noticed it. But I think it'll be just fine. Put some water on it, got it planted and tamped down deep, so I think this one will survive quite well. Here is another project that we have to work on in the next week or so. This driveway, I'll give you a quick view of the whole thing, is quite long. The man who owned this place originally was a concrete contractor. Did a lot of pouring, and it's really thick. But this bottom section has cracked. So I've got this really bright idea that I'm going to come out here, break all this out, and re-pour it by hand. We'll see how that works out. Just one of those things I want to get started as soon as I can and get off the list of things I need to do. We have decided this cedar tree, which I really should have never planted there, is a disaster. It's taking too much out of the garden. It's just in a bad location, so it can't be moved. It's just got to be cut down. So we're probably going to accomplish that today. Then right beside us is a tree we're going to focus on, which is a walnut tree that I really like. We cut down 3 walnut trees, so I'm glad to have one left in the yard. That'll be the tree that's over here, and it's away from the small garden. When this tree gets large, we'll probably just abandon this garden spot here and fill it in with mulch and just concentrate on the other garden plots that you see here in the camera. There's the close-in garden for, this will be for tomatoes and zucchini and squash, things of that nature. And then out there you'll see the sweet corn patch. That's new to us this year. And you can tell by the deer tracks, it might get interesting with corn up here close to the house, but we've got some noisemakers and some things that might move them away. We'll just have to play that by ear and see how it works. Here's a quick update on the birthday tree. That's what we're calling it. This is the tree that split in half during a really intense thunderstorm on the day of my birthday. You can see there where it split off. And it just so happened that we were right there as a group under a few pop-up tents having a nice afternoon. And of course there's the pump house. That tree fell right on top of that bush, just missed that little trash can that I used to hold water, and missed all of us as we were trying to scramble out of the way. But the birthday tree, it's hanging in. We'll see how it does in the spring. And here is one of our bigger projects that's going to go on in the next few weeks. That's going to be the sidewalk. So on this left-hand corner, as I face this, there'll be a row of brick that'll be put in the ground, and there'll be set in concrete. Then on the back side, we'll just let that bed be the opposite side of the sidewalk. I'll get in here with my tiller and take up all this old grass. We'll come back in and we'll put some dirt, or we'll at least level the dirt out to fill it. Then put some sand in or whatever we need, put the gravel in on top of it, tamp it down. So after that, we'll come back in and put the larger pieces in, hopefully set them in concrete so it looks like a really well done walkway. You see this metal stake that's in the ground. It's kind of hard to see. There's a stake, and then there's one opposite out there. This is hopefully the dimensions of our sail. So another one right there at the corner. In this area, and this is just behind the pool here, as you see, we had a giant pecan tree that was right there. It was old, getting ready to split in half, and we didn't know which way it was going to go, so we took it out. But we have no shade now by the pool, absolutely no shade. In the summers here, it gets really brutally hot. So we're going to put up in this area a sunshade. Well, we're going to attempt to do that. We're going to put up 6x6 posts. I think 4 will be enough. I think this shade is about 18 by 20, something like that. And we'll just see how it works out. It may be a complete disaster, but we're going to put the posts in, and then we can figure out what we do from there. Hopefully it will all go well. I'm going to have some help from one of my really smart friends. Maybe it'll work. Well, I think that's going to do it for today's video. We've gotten a few miscellaneous things taken care of and a few good projects planned for next week. So I think we'll be busy a couple days before New Year, and we'll see how it works out after the New Year holiday. And by the way, I have not forgotten about the drone footage. We do have some good footage. In my very limited technology skills, I can't figure out how to get that thing into a video. I still need an adapter from our SD card to make it all come together the right way. So we're working on that, and it should be up soon. I want to show everybody what the place looks like from the drone shot above. So we'll get on that as soon as we can and try to get it into a video. I hope everybody has a safe and very happy New Year, And I hope your new year is a prosperous one as well. So until we get back together sometimes next week, you guys take care, and we are out of here. See ya.